Hello everyone, here's another Poorito bit for you. If simplicity is beauty, or should I say there is beauty in simplicity, then how do we simplify life? If fractions can be reduced to its simplest form, then I bet there's something that we can do so we could do just that to how we live our lives. Here are some things that we could all do and adopt. 1. Live for today. There is nothing wrong with a little forward thinking, but oftentimes this becomes the source of our unhappiness. We overthink. We worry so much of the things that hasn't happened yet. Or sometimes we even stress about the things that's already done. This was me a few years ago. I worried too much into the future that it was impossible for me to get things done. Pagod na ako, hindi pa ako nagsisimula. So what I do now is I limit the days I worry into the future to at most a week. Limit your worries to the worries of today and let tomorrow worry about itself. Number 2, write things down. Do you remember when back in the days we were forced to jot down notes? It wasn't to torture us or make our school days miserable. It was actually teaching us a very valuable lesson, and that is so we do not have to remember everything and store them all in our heads. We can just pick out what's important and really worth memorizing later. In relation to this, the next tip is to always tell the truth, because keeping a lie uses a lot of our RAM. Just to remember each one. I use RAM to better illustrate the point. Think of your computer. If there are a lot of programs or applications that are running at the background at the same time, it becomes slow and unresponsive. A lie behaves just the same. It has to be always open in our head so that the moment we need to pull it out, we do not get caught off guard. Next on my list is to know the difference between what is necessary or essential and what is optional. In a way, you can simply put this as your needs and wants and can be applied to every aspect like your finances, your daily activities, and even your food preference. Simply put, bills over shopping, work over leisure, healthy over cheat days, etc. These things become your priorities later on. Next, learn to let go. Let go of the things that clutter your life, those that occupy space but are deemed useless. Let's use the clothes on your closet as an example. Let's say you have like 15 dozen, but you only enjoy using half a dozen most of the time, day after day. Make the choice to clear up some space so that you won't have to make the hard choices later on. You get what I mean, right? Let's say you have a dozen shoes. If you already cleared out half of them, you are only now given 6 choices to choose from instead of 12 when the time comes. This also applies to the people we choose to keep in our lives. Let go of the toxic ones because they occupy space too, and sa panahon ngayon, real estate is such a valuable commodity. As the great Paulo Coelho would say, if you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. Just think of the new hellos you've already missed because you still choose to hang around with the wrong crowd. And last on my list is to always say what you mean and mean what you say. It's a lot less complicated that way. So there you go, my list of things that you can do to simplify your life. I hope you put some thought into them and I hope it helps.